गौरनिताय की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। यमुना मई की जय, गंगा मई की जय, तुलसी महारानी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। इस डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी फाउंडर आचार्य ऑफ ISKCON एंड BBT की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय, द्वारकापुरी धाम की जय, मायापुर धाम की जय, नवदीप धाम की जय, जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories Shri Guru and Gauranga. आज नया चैप्टर चालू हो रहा है, 21st. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Canto 9, Chapter 21, entitled The Dynasty of Bharata. The name we got Bharata Desh because of him. Okay, we'll read the summary. This 21st chapter describes the dynasty born from Maharaj Bharat, the son of Maharaj Dushmantha. And it also describes the glories of Ratnti Devi and Ajamida and others. So Bharat is son of Dushman. Mother's name anybody knows? Shakuntala. That's right. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, we hear after Gandharva Vivah, Dushyant forgets her. But we hear other story. Narada Muni Prabhu, you know from where we hear about he gives the ring is lost? Shakuntala, Dushyant Maharaj, after marrying her, he gives the ring. This is the story I used to hear. It's not in the Srimad Bhagavatam. I was surprised. कोई सुना है यहाँ पर? दुष्यंत ने शकुंतला को शादी करके अंगूठी दिया था और अंगूठी ले गए मगर वो इतना she was so much immersed in thinking of her husband, naturally newly married and in separation. We say the love grows in separation. So Shakuntala, we hear only it's out of the Bhagavatam. So Shakuntala being absorbed in King Dusasan when he is not there, the king, the rishi comes. I don't know who is the rishi. Because she's not paying any attention to him, he curses. Whatever you're thinking, let it be gone. Then she realizes and asks for mercy. Then okay, he says, okay, later on, whatever you're thinking, it will happen. So they say that Shakuntala, after some time, after the son is born, she takes in the boat and she's playing in the water, the ring falls down. That was the ring would have identified she is the one whom I married and got a child. And that one fish eats, they say. And then when Shakuntala goes, he rejects. Even in this call also he says, I don't know you, I don't have any son. So, but later on, one fisherman finds the fish and they cut the thing and then they found the ring and they bring him back to Dusas. Then he realized that Shakuntala is his wife and Bharat was his son. Anyway, this is the little story from childhood we hear. From where they tell, I don't know. When I read the Bhagavatam, it's a different. Akashavani tells. Anyway, the son of Bharadwaja was Manu. And Manu's sons were Brihat Kshatra, Jaya, Mahavirya, Nara, Ganga. This Bharadwaja is actually not son of our Dushman, this thing, we hear that Brihaspati as impregnates uh, his brother's sister-in-law, we call. So that's why the challenge was there, who will be there. And later on, Gandharvas realized that situation is very difficult between the Brihaspati and the sister-in-law. So that child was given to Dushman, Dushmanta, so that he will do this. Who is the Bharatwaja is son of whom they say? If son of who? Huh? No, that's right, but that son is Bharatwaja. And their Gandharvas give the son to adopt because they didn't have any son. Anyway, we're not going to deviate from there. I just realized what all the things happen in the celestial world also. Brihaspati is such a great personality of guru of demigods. And he is doing this crime, you can say, impregnating the sister-in-law. If I'm not wrong, the sister-in-law is also considered as one of the mother among the six. And it says, forbids that a brother's wife you should not impregnate. But anyway, Brihaspati does that. Okay, anyway, let's continue. As an exalted devotee, Rantidev saw every living entity in relationship with Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore he completely engaged his mind, his words, and very self in service of Supreme Lord, his devotees. Rantideva was so exalted that he would sometimes give away his own food in charity, and he and his family would fast. There is a custom in the good olden days, any Grihastha eating first, he should come out of the door and go on the street and invite people. If anybody is hungry, please come to our house, I'll feed you. That is the dharma. So let's see what Rantidev Prabhu is doing. Once after Rantideva spent 48 days fasting, not even drinking water. My God. Normally we say that without water, according to scientifically, 1 week he may live, but in those days he lived 48 days without drinking water. Once after Rantidev spent 48 days fasting, not even drinking water, excellent food made with ghee was brought to him. But when he was about to eat, a Brahmana guest appeared. जैसा बोलते हैं ना, अपने को जो प्यारे है खाते समय आते बोलते हैं, तो ब्राह्मणा भी आ गया. Rantidev therefore did not eat food, but instead immediately offered a portion of it to Brahmana. When the Brahmana left, Rantidev was just about to eat the remnants of food, a Sudra appeared. It's very interesting to see how Rantidev Prabhu is not discriminating between Brahmana and Shudra. Nowadays it's very, very tough to do that. If you're not in a proper place in the society, nobody cares for us. But Brahmana, even Sudra आए तो भी उन्होंने खिलाया. Rantidev therefore divided the remnants between Sudra and himself. Again, when he was about to eat the remnants of food, another guest appeared. A testing period. Rantidev therefore gave the rest of the food to the new guest. He didn't divide, chota ho gaya hoga quantity, so he gave away all the food to him. Was about to content himself with drinking water to quench his thirst. Pani bhi nahi piyete. But this also was precluded, for a thirsty guest came and Rantidev gave him the water. Look at him, what all the tests one has to undergo. Krishna is very kind. One thing I realized, Krishna will not give the austerity for one undergo unless and until he sees the devotee is ready to accept. Means he prepares the devotee and then gives the test. At least it happened in my case. Thank you. This was all ordained by the Supreme Personality of Godhead just to glorify his devotee, show how tolerant a devotee is rendering service to the Lord. The Supreme Personality of Godhead being extremely pleased, Rantideva entrusted him with very confidential service. So whomever Krishna likes, he will give them the service which they can do. Example, our Srila Prabhupada, how much he struggled and everything, but he was determined. You all know that at the age of 69, he came to New York, and then he has started all the thing. We know all the troubles. But he always gave him the support, and you can see how Krishna helped him for his dedication, and that's how we are able to all sit here and talk and enjoy our life here. The special power to render the most confidential service is entrusted by Supreme Personal Godhead to a pure devotee, not ordinary devotees. So only pure devotees Krishna grants his thing. Garga, the son of Bharatwaja, had a son named Sini, and Sini's son was Gharya. Although Gharya was Kshatriya birth, his sons became Brahmanas. The son of Mahavirya were Durukshaya, whose sons were Trayarun, Kavi, and Pushpakaruni. Although these three sons were born in a Kshatriya king, they also achieved the position of Brahmanas. So it's very clearly we are seeing that among the Varnas, Brahmana is superior to the Kshatriya. That's what is the thing. They are all changing into the son of Bhahatkshratra constructed the city of Hastinapur, was known as Hasti. His sons were Ajamidha, Dvimidha, and Puramidha. This Hastinapur is nothing but nowadays the New Delhi. From Ajamidha came Priyameda and other Brahmanas, and also a son named Brihadishu. Sons, grandsons, and further descendants of Brihadishu were Brahadhanu, Brihatkaya, Jayadrata, Vishada, Senanajit. From Senanajit came four sons, Ruchisarasva, Dridhahanu, Kashya, Vasta. From Ruchirasva came a son named Para, whose sons were Prutusena and Nipa. And from Nipa came 100 sons. What reminds us when we think of 100 sons? Kiskute? Who had 100 sons? Huh? Dhritarashtra, yeah. And Gandhari Mata hua tha. Another son, Nipa, was Brahmadatta. From Brahmadatta came Vishwakshena. From Vishwakshena, Udarsena. And from Udarsena, Balata. The son of Dimidha was Yavinara, and from Yavinara came many sons and grandsons, such as Kritiman, Satyadriti, Dridha Nema, Suparva, Sumati, Sannatiman, Kriti, Nipa, Yugre Yudha, Kshema, Suvera, Ripunjaya, and Bahurata. Purumida had no sons, but Ajmita, in addition to his other sons, had a son named Neela, whose son was Shanti. The descendants of Shanti were Susanti, Puruja, Arka, and Brahmasva. Brahmasva had 5 sons, one of whom, Mudgala, begot a dynasty of Brahmanas. Mudgala had twins, a son, Divodasa, and daughter, Ahalya. From Ahalya, by her husband, Gautama, Sanatananda was born. The son of Sanatananda was Satyadhiti, and his son was Saradvan. Saradvan's son was known as Kripa, and Saradivan's daughter known as Kripi, became the wife of Dronacharya. Okay, let's start I'll read the text 1 to 4. I think, yeah, fifth one as purport. We'll do the fifth one. Otherwise, first one is simple one. Otherwise, there are 3 slokas. We'll do together the number 1 only. Sri Sukha Uvacha Vitatasya Sutan Manyor Brihat Kshatro Jayastataha Mahaviryo Naro Gargaha Sarkitistu Naratmajaha. Sri Sukha Uvacha Vitatasya Sutan Manyor Bratkarsatro Jayastataha Mahaviryo Naro Gargaha Sankritistu Naratmajaha. Sri Sukha Uvacha Vitatasya Sutan Manyor Brihat Karsitro Jayastataha Mahaviryo Naro Gargaha Sankritisto Naratmajaha. Sri Sukha Uvacha Tasya Samanyo Sankatistu Naratmaja. Sri Vishnu Vacha Tasya Guravanyo और कोई नहीं? Okay. Mataji कोई है? नहीं. Nobody ready. Okay. We'll do the word by word meaning and purport by translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Sukha Uvacha. Sri Sukadev Goswami said, Vitatasya of Vitatha Bharatwaja, who was accepted in family of Maharaj Bharat under special circumstances of disappointment. Suttat, from the sun. Manu, named Manu. Bhakta Saratraha, Bhakta Kshatra. Jayaha, Jaya. Tataha, from him. Mahaviryaha, Mahavirya. Naraha, Nara. Gargaha, Garga. Sankritihi, Sankriti. Tu, certainly. Nara Atmajaha, the son of Nara. Translation. Sukadev Goswami said, because Bharatwaja was delivered by the Muru demigods, he was known as Vitatha. The son of Vitatha was Manu, and from Manu came 5 sons: Brihat Kshatra, Jaya, Mahavirya, Nara, and Garga. Of these 5, the one known as Nara had son named Sankriti. Responsively, Sukadeva Goswami said, because Bharatwaja was delivered by the Murut king demigods, Marut, he was known as Vitatha. The son of Vitatha was Manu, and from Manu came 5 sons: Bharat Kshatra, Jaya, Mahavirya, Nara, and Garga. Of these 5, the one known as Nara had son named Sankriti. Okay, we'll do the translation for 2, 3, 4 and then go to the purport. Second one. O Maharaj Parikshit, descendant of Pandu, Sankriti had 2 sons named Guru and Rantideva. Rantideva is famous in both this world and the next, for he is glorified not only in human society but also in the society of demigods. Rantideva never endeavored to earn anything. He would enjoy whatever he got by the arrangement of providence. But when guests came, he would give them everything. Thus, he underwent considerable suffering along with the members of his family. Indeed, he and his family members shivered for want of food and water. Yet, Rantideva always maintained sober. Once after fasting for 48 days, in the morning Rantideva received some water and some foodstuffs made with milk and ghee. But when he and his family were about to eat, a Brahmana guest arrived. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Saktul Mitamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. I missed one more thing. 6th also I have to do. Purport is there. Let's see 6th one. Because Rantideva pursued the presence of Supreme Godhead everywhere, in every living entity, he received the guest with faith and respect and gave him a share of food. The Brahmana guest ate his share and then went away. Purport. Rantideva perceived the presence of Supreme Personality Godhead in every living being. But he never thought that because the Supreme Lord is present in every living being, even living being must be God. Nor did he distinguish between the one living being and another. He perceived the presence of the Lord both in the Brahmana and in Chandala. This is the true vision of equality as confirmed in the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita 5.18. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmamane gavisastini sunichaiva swapakecha panditaha samadarshanaha. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater outcast. A Pandita or learned person perceives the presence of Supreme Personality Godhead in every living being. Therefore, although it has now become fashionable to give preferences to the so-called Daridra Narayana or Poor Narayana, Rantideva had no reason to give preferences to any one person. The idea that because Narayan is present in the heart of one who is Daridra or poor, the poor man should be called Daridra Narayana is a wrong conception. By such logic, because the Lord is present within the hearts of dogs and hogs, the dogs and hogs would also be Narayana. One should not mistakenly think that Rantideva subscribed to such views. Rather, He saw everyone as part of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hari Sambandhi Vastutnaha. It is not that everyone is Supreme Godhead. Such a theory is propounded by Bhagavad philosophy is always misleading, and Rantideva would never have accepted it. Om Agyantimradnasya Gyananjana Salakaya Saktultamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Nama. I was born in the darkest ignorance. My spiritual master opened my torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him, unto the lotus feet for his mercy, to attain the mercy of Radha Madanmohanji and get to know this miserable metal spirit, their glories to more and more people. When just going back to the progeny, who is the main top among the Trimurtis? Who is the one who does the progeny creation? Brahma, correct. And he tried with the 4 Kumaras. So he gave birth, manifested 4 Kumaras, but Kumaras refused to follow his father because they didn't want to get into this materialistic, whatever it is, this thing, and he wanted to do. That's why Brahma curses them to be always 5 years old only, never grow big. So that is the one of the thing we see. Now at least other sons, other people are progeny is generated. Here I am seeing the most important is Grihastha Jivanam. Only to have the progeny, we must follow the Varnashrama Dharma of, let's see, what all the Varnashrama? Ashrams are Brahmacharya, you are all there, and Grihastha, Sannyasa, and Vanaprastha. These are the Varna. These are ashram. Varnas are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. So, of all the ashrams, Grihastha Jivanam becomes very, very important. We feel that sannyasas are very great and all other things. Why Prabhupada says is, sannyasa has to depend on someone's alms. So, go and beg, am I right? To where the sannyasa can go? Only to a Grihastha. Because Grihastha, even though Prabhupada also says, there is some sense gratification. If sense gratification is not there, nobody will go enter. Who wants to take the trouble without any sort of enjoyment? That is the beauty of nature. Prakriti niyamon ke anusar, different thing, progeny has to continue. So it puts into attraction. Let's talk little bit of marriages. Normally I tell that in India, normally boys go to see the girl, am I right? And there the interaction takes place, they marry. Let's take the interactively. When the boy goes, we are discussing now 4 imperfections a human being has. One is illusion. Number 2 is imperfect senses we have. Third is we commit cheating tendency we have. Fourth one is we commit mistakes. Illusion, imperfect senses, cheating tendency, and mistakes. So let's make it faster. So the boy goes to see the girl, and normally they'll dress the girl properly so that she looks better and everything. So even she puts a perfume and all other things. So the moment he smells nice perfume, the mood changes. Oh, good. My wife will be putting such a nice perfume. Every day I'll be very happy if I marry this girl. This is illusion. He's thinking that by marriage, he will be happy ever after. Okay, next. The tongue. Especially in Bombay, it is famous, isn't it? When you go to see a girl, batata poha, puffed rice with batata, they give as a welcoming to the boy. So the mother-in-law, even though she might have prepared, but she will tell that my daughter has prepared such a wonderful food. Then what the boy is thinking, if I marry this girl, every day she will prepare nice prasadam for me, I'll be happy. So third one, now due to some reason she will come into the front, the eyes say that, wow, she's so beautiful, if I marry her and she gets dressed like this, I'll be very happy. And after that, we have the touch. Let's say that the marriage has taken, they agree to marry. No, years also there. So nowadays, especially in Tamil Nadu and all other things, the girls learn the kirtans. So one of the kirtans she does, again the boy feels, wow, every day if my wife sings like this, I'll be very happy. Again, it's an illusion. And afterwards, let's say they meet each other, first time when they touch each other, they get the shock, feeling the greatness. So he feels, wow, if my wife gives me this pleasure, I'll be happy ever after. So these are the things happening. Let's assume that they get married, and then when the child is born, normally who will name and all of the things. In the Grihastha Jivanam, there are challenges. Lots of fights between wife and husband, the families, and all of these things do happen in any marriage. कोई शादी हुआ है यहाँ पर? आप लोग शादी की है? कोई नहीं यहाँ पर? शादीशुदा है? You know the problem, what all the things we face from the marriage. So anyway, the problem starts and the child becomes, and what name we'll put, what to do and everything. Dada, dani ka, lagane ka, inke taraf. So all such things do take place, and let's fast forward and say that they grow big and they go out. Then the wife and husband, whom they thought that they are made for each other, later on they realize, why the hell I married? Nothing is common between me and my husband or me and my wife. So this is the general tendency picks up. Initially, when they met, they thought marriage, love at first sight. And they decide, wow, wonderful it is. I'll marry and I'll be happy, isn't it? They are in illusion. And now the situation starts. Nobody between them, that tussle starts. Then suppose someone is working in the office. If anybody shows little opposite sex, naturally, if they show little of importance to the person, then he feels happy that my wife is not doing anything. I'm very happy with extramarital relationship. So this is called cheating tendency. First was illusion, oh bola, imperfect senses ke bhi baat kiya. So all the senses gave the nice impression to get married, but they were imperfect, like Prabhupada says. Hana? And then, now cheating tendency aa gaya. Kya kar raha hai? Behind the back of their partners, they're having some fun or extramarital relationship. This is a cheating tendency. Now, when it comes to the knowledge of that, naturally, kitne din we can stop other people not to know. By the nature or whatever it comes to the know to the other partner. Then what will happen at that time? They will have fight and they separate. So when they separate, what is the fourth one? Mistake. The boy and girl are thinking, I wish I married my neighbor, I would have been happy. So this is the mistake they feel. But Prabhupada always says, anyway, brahmacharis are many here. Prabhupada always encourages them to be as a brahmachari so that they will not, and directly you can go to sannyasa. That's what Prabhupada says, isn't it? But anyway, these are the marriage, grihastha jivanam, we are having problems. Let's see how Krishna is helping the families, grihastha jivanam, how we get the partners. Trimurti, we'll take the example of Trimurti. Who are the Trimurtis? Kaun hai Trimurti? जोर से बोलो. ब्रह्मा, विष्णु, महेश्वर. ठीक है. What is the purpose of Brahma? Creation. For creation, he needs the knowledge. It's not that, okay, chalo bhai, I can do everything. It is instructions. So knowledge. Who is his wife? जोर से बोलो. Saraswati. Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge, isn't it? So, having knowledge by herself, Saraswati, she was not able to do anything. In the mode of passion he has to create, without knowledge, even Brahma could not create. So when they combine together, they are able to do the progeny creation together. Independently they could not, but combined together, this thing. Similarly, let's take the Vishnu. What is the Vishnu's duty? Maintenance. For maintenance, you know, I know what we need. Money. Money, money, sweeter than honey, isn't it? So, and who is his wife? Lakshmi Devi. So look at the Krishna's connection. He wants to maintain the entire creation, but he needs the money. So Lakshmi Devi is with him, he gives the money. So Krishna arranges the partners, I'm telling. Now coming to Lord Shiva. What is his thing? Destruction. So he needs the strength. If you're not a strong person, how you do the destruction? Amen. So who is his wife? Huh? Durga Devi, Parvati, Kali Mata, isn't it? So don't you see that how Krishna arranges our life partners? So that's where. The main thing we have to understand that even today we get what we deserve but not what we desire. हमको तो अच्छे अच्छे लड़की चाहिए, बहुत धनवान पैसे वो चाहिए. So these are all the things we expect from our partner. That is wrong. So but to deserve is very, very important so that you can desire. Without deserving, you cannot get anything. So Krishna also gives us a partner. Initially we think we are made for each other together and all other things we think. But using the example of Trimurti, we have to realize whatever the one partner lacks, जिसके पास नहीं है, the partner will have. And the partner, what is the weakness? We will have. So that's how the creation is created. But unfortunately, this knowledge is not being given by anyone. मैं कभी कभी जाके पूछता हूँ, तुम्हारे मम्मी डैडी कभी बताए क्या शादी के बारे में क्या क्या होता है बाद में? शादी के पहले तो धूम मचाते बोलते हैं, बट शादी के बाद क्या होता है? Nobody tells. मैं पूछता हूँ क्यों नहीं बोलते माता पिता जी अपने बच्चों को शादी में क्या होता है? प्रभु जी आप तो शादीशुदा है, बोलो आप अपने बच्चों की शादी किया? अभी नहीं किया. आपने किया? हाँ? कोई नहीं किया. चलो ठीक है. आप कभी बोले कि शादी में क्या होता है, कि कभी बच्चों से बात किया? क्या बोले आप उनको? क्या बोले? उन लोग अवॉइड कर रहे हैं. Because you are not telling the main thing in ISKCON, especially if I want to get married, some couple, we do the matrimonial counseling. Marriage counseling बोलते हैं अपने पास ISKCON में. Only then we perform the weddings in our temples. Because they should know what they are getting into. If they don't know what they are getting into, it becomes a tough. But I tell, if you tell the truth, what is there in the marriage, how tough it is to maintain, nobody will marry. That's why the parents are not even telling. जाओ तुम अपना अपना कर्म कर लो, हमको छोड़ के चले जाओ. That is the way of life. जैसा बोलते हैं ना, पानी में धक्का मार दो, अभी आप सीख लेंगे swimming. So that is the way we normally take, but we should not. That's the beauty of laws of nature. Krishna has created based on our own thing, we get the partner. Once you realize this concept, we love our partner and we get along. But unfortunately, because of lack of this knowledge, we think our partner is not with us. So these are the things happening. And let's see the marriages, different types of marriages. Shadi hota hai. Abhi to previous chapter we learned Gandharva Vivah. What is the Gandharva Vivah? Love at first sight. You like somebody and you want to have her. Dushyanta fell in love with Shakuntala by seeing just her beauty, isn't it? So one is Gandharva Vivaha. And second one is Brahma Sampradaya se jo hota hai, Brahman ko laga ke, we do the fire sacrifice and all of that is the different marriage. And I got married, registered marriage. So these are the days. And what else? Anybody knows any other marriages? Narada Muni Prabhu? What are the different marriages we have? One is called love marriage, let's say. माँ बाप को गोली मारो तो मियाँ बीबी राजी क्या करेगा काजी बोल के they can marry anything. Okay. Any other marriages? Huh? राक्षस हो किसी को उठा के ले जाने का. अच्छा ये राक्षस. कृष्ण भगवान ने रुक्मिणी को उठाने के दिखा रही. And for your kind information, I am from Canada. So there the thing is common law. They don't get married, but they live together. So that is going on. And anyway, most of the cases, they may get married or they may not get married. And there is one more thing called open marriage. What is the open marriage? You and me are officially wife and husband. But you can go with anybody, I can go with anybody. No restriction. So that's how the life is going on in the Western world. They don't care. I have my own friend, that ladki na kya kiya, 2 sons. And all of a sudden she tells that I'm going with another person. How about your children? I left with the whom I married and I'm gone to the other. So no limits and no sampradaya, nothing. So what will happen in such situation? Children get suffered. Am I right? So these are all the different things we must always remember. Very dangerous. Now, I was a temple president 2015 to 2023, almost 8 years, 8.5 years. So people used to come, can you get a good boy for my girl? And the girls come and boy to girl. Everybody comes and asks. I said, we are seeing so many people here in the temple. You do. Otherwise, Juhu temple hai na? Juhu mein Krishna Naam Prabhu bolke finance ka hai. His wife runs the, what do you say, matrimonial column. I got married by giving an advertisement in Times of India, matrimonial column and Hindu, all over India. Himmat wala tha. Luckily, only one girl applied, and then I thought she's fit for me because she applied herself. Anyway, I married, and what I'm saying is, the boys and girls are thinking that I'm not getting. But what efforts they are doing, they're not doing anything. So this is also very, very important. And as I said, we must have counseling with the experts who can teach. Basically, spiritual mein jo hai. Prabhupada says, defines spiritualism. Anybody knows what is the spiritualism? आध्यात्मिक जीवन क्या होता है? प्रभुपाद जी क्या बोलते हैं? It is a train which runs on 2 railings. The first railing is religion. What is the meaning of religion? Get up early in the morning, rituals. Take bath, do puja, offer to the Krishna Bhoga banake. Yeah, go to the temple and churches, mosque, whatever it is, you go. This is the rituals. And what is the second one? Is philosophy. Philosophy is learning about Atma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Now, if the guy who is following religious activities, but he does not know what he is doing, then Prabhupada says it is sentimental, or sometimes it is called fanatism. Now, coming to the person who is a philosopher, who has gained the knowledge, and if it says that I know everything, why should I go to the temple and bow down into Krishna and Radha Rani? No need. He feels happy that to whomever is talking, they don't know anything, I know more. So he's a dry mental speculator. Such people, what happens? Always expects to get the respect, honor. So that is also not good. So Prabhupada says, don't be just religious person or nor philosophical person. Combine these two, then we become spiritualized people. So in ISKCON, basically we are undergoing this training, how to be spiritual, not religious. Got it? So, normally, even I used to go when I didn't know all this in childhood, I used to go to the temple for what? Oh Lord, let me get good marks, let me pass. Afterwards, to get a nice job. Every time we go for a business, and Venkateshwara temple, I used to go and give an Ariel to pray, and even the life partner. So this is the business type things are going on, how to extract money, make money. Even one of the thing I realized, Gurudwara people, they donate a lot. They're more generous. Because when they are putting in the hundi, if you put the coins, it makes noise, no? The rule in the Gurudwara is, noise should not come. So you have to put only the bill. In our case, is $5 is the minimum bill. So all the Sikh community who go to Gurudwara, they put money. But whereas in our thing, we want all others to know how much we are putting. They bring lots of coins and make a dakshina into that. Tak 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 गिर रहे तो हाँ आवाज आया सबको मालूम पड़ा. So this is the tendency every one of us is having. So that's why I call Prabhupada build this ISKCON not for such things, but as a university we learn here. We are not this body. We are a pure spirit soul belonging to the Supreme, and it's our duty to serve Him. That's why I call ISKCON as a university, Mahavidyalaya, in which we learn you are not this body, you are Atma. Prabhupada बोलते हैं ना, आदमी है, औरत है, और Christian है, Muslim है, ये पूरा, these are all bodily platform. I'm a Canadian, I'm Indian, all these things. But when you, body is temporary, but Atma is permanent. So if you come to the platform of soul, then all these things what we are undergoing will not be there. That reminds me, Prabhupada, time is running out, but anyway. Prabhupada says we are all suffering with the disease called greediness. And to cure the greediness, you need the medicine. जैसा diabetic है तो दवाई खाएंगे, डाइट के ऊपर शुगर नहीं खाएंगे, बीपी है तो दवाई लेंगे, नमक नहीं खाएंगे. Similarly, Prabhupada, what Prabhupada says to cure our disease, what is the medicine? You never heard? Maha Mantra. चलो एक डोज ले लेंगे अपन. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And what is the diet? Prasad. First we offer to Krishna the Bhoga and then eat. Let's see why in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, 13 sloka, Krishna says, those who are preparing food for their sense gratification, verily eating, sin only. Paap karne se bhogna padega. If you do some sin, then you will be punished by the laws of nature. That's why many people suffer. They say that, Prabhuji, I have not done anything wrong, I'm good and all. I ask them, do you offered Krishna the Bhoga? No. They say that only I give them some sugar, one fruit. आपका पेट भरता क्या? आप क्या करते? I mean, they prepare nice food for themselves, but they don't offer to the Krishna. I said, no. From now onwards, treat him the topmost guest at your home, elderly person. Give how much you eat. Make a full plate, how much you eat, give it to him. Otherwise, if you don't give, he will not take care of your family. He will go wherever the food, prasadam is served, maybe neighbor's house. If you want peaceful, always offer. That is my advice to all the people. Now, main goal of our life is, what is the main goal? Now we are all here in ISKCON. What is our main goal? No? Love of Godhead. Okay. I say that you do not come back into this material world. We say that from the circle of birth, death, old age and disease, we should not come back. You also told me when I met me first time, I don't want to come back into this life. You remember? Or you forgot that only love of God will do? Okay, anyway, that is the way to go. But our main goal is how not come back, because we already suffered. Bhagavad Gita 8.6, what it says? At the time of death, whatever desire you have, you will get a body accordingly. I say that some rich man wants to fly in the sky in aeroplane, all of a sudden accident, dead. What was his wish? Fly. Then what will he get the next body? Bird. and somebody was surfing on the waves and swimming and all of that, if it get drowned and dies in the whirlpool, he will get what type of fish type? So, Prakriti niyamon unke acharan se we will get next body so that you will fulfill your desire. Krishna is very kind. He is not forcing you what you want. You desire, you will get it. Fulfill all your desires and come back to me. 8.5 at the end Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, at the time of death, if you think of me and me alone, you'll come back to me. So that is the big challenge, everybody. Because we are so much attached to the family, our partner, our children, or if possible, God, grandchildren, bank balance, company to company, what a beautiful house. He will be, if you think of this, then to fulfill that, you have to come back. So the challenge is, we should not think of our any near and dear family members, nor whatever we achieved in this material world. Got it? So then only we can think. What we should say, oh Lord, Krishna, I had enough of misery in this world. Please take me back and never bring me back. So when you are ready for that, Krishna will feel happy and comes with open two hearts and back he takes. So this is the important thing, tough thing we are having. So please, let's all prepare how we can think of Krishna and nothing else. So for that, I always tell, when the people are very thing, I say, to whom you write the will? Will किसके नाम पे लिखते हो मरते समय? हाँ? Family and you? क्या बोल रहे? Family, family. So, in this life, what you learned is, your most important, loving, topmost people are family. Am I right? So, at the time of death, you are sure to think of them. Have you given anything to Krishna? तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे. ये तो गाए, मजा किए, फन में सब किया, क्या सीखा फिर? So I tell also, finally, if you are not giving all your things, take care. We have a duty to take care of the family, children, that's a duty. Because Arjuna, Krishna Bhagavan told, your duty to fight. We have to. Our duty is, बच्चों को सब पढ़ाने का, करने का, शादी, whatever you want to do. But once they have gone and everything, you must give 100% of your thing to Krishna. If you don't give, then you have to come back, because you are not learned. Krishna is the ultimate in our life. Not to come back, not to think, as 8.5, think of me alone, you will come back. That is how tough it is. We think that, oh, मैं chanting कर ले रहा हूँ, यहाँ पर सेवा कर रहा हूँ, हो जाएगा सब कुछ. No. The final test is, if you are grahastha, whatever it is, you have money, whatever it is, what you are doing with him. Krishna's mercy, 10, 15 years back only, I got it. That's why I'm able to talk. I wrote 100% of my thing is Krishna. My wife fought with me. I said, no problem. I didn't have anything. We made something. If you do whatever you share you want, my share is for Krishna. So few times jagda ho gaya, we went to divorce also, all these things. But Krishna is very kind. He gave me the test. I passed the test. Then he gave back everything to me, my family also. And 18.66, Lord Krishna said that, abandon all varieties of religion, surrender unto me. I will remove all reactions from your sinful activities. Do not fear. How to surrender? Would you like to surrender like a baby monkey? You know how baby monkey holds on to the mother? And how the cat holds in? Mouth. Am I right? So how one should surrender? Like a monkey baby or kitten? Which is the good? Huh? Kya bole? Cat is good. Anyone? Why? Because monkey's child has to hold himself, and all the responsibility is on the monkey's child, not on the mother. So when the monkey jumps from one branch to one branch or jumps to the other tree, it is the responsibility, but because of the little lackness, he falls down and dead. That's not good. Kitten holds a cat in the mouth and jumps from one wall to another wall. making sure the child is safe. So we must also be like a cat surrender. And so, Krishna, do whatever you want. Final. Let's say that I make this into a water tank. I fill with the fish in it. And I go and put the net. The fisherman comes and catches the fish. One fish always escaping. The fisherman can come from there, everywhere. Such a huge one. He can put the net anywhere. How that fish might be escaping the net, fish net? Narada Muni Prabhu is saying. The fish, the moment once the fisherman enters into the water, listen to the sound. Oh, fisherman has come. Comes running and waits at the feet of the fisherman. Fisherman will not put his net on his own legs, am I right? So that's how it's saved. Similarly, if you are at the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, the illusionary net will never fall on us. ये माया जाल कभी भी अपने पे नहीं गिरेगा. So ये याद रखना. We'll all be happy and not come back again. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Any questions you have? Mic nahi hai? Who is having mic? 9-5 already.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, बहुत
Hare Krishna, bete.
बहुत धन्यवाद सुंदर प्रवचन के लिए. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सुंदर प्रवचन के लिए. बहुत सारे प्रैक्टिकल चीज़ें आप बताए सेशन में, और आपका जो पर्सनल अनुभव है उसके माध्यम से आपने समझाया. एक प्रश्न जो मैं कई बार ट्रेन में जब हम ट्रैवल करते हैं, लोगों से डिस्कशन होती है, तो वो लोग ये प्रश्न जरूर पूछते हैं. बोलते हैं आप लोग तो कृष्ण भक्त हो. हम कभी कभार बोलते हैं कि जो 4 रेगुलेटरी प्रिंसिपल्स के बारे में भी कभी कभार प्रचार के दौरान बोलते हैं, और ये जो एक नियम जो है इलिसिट सेक्स, लिव इन रिलेशनशिप, इसके बारे में भी कभी कभार चर्चा होती है. तो ऑफ कोर्स आजकल ये बहुत कॉमन हो गया, लोगों को पता भी नहीं है, देर इग्नोरेंट. तो हम जब इसके ऊपर बोलते हैं तो वो लोग तुरंत प्रश्न पूछते हैं कि कृष्ण भगवान ने तो रुक्मिणी मैया को उठा के ले लिया, क्या आपका क्या इसमें कहना है? हम करते तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? भगवान ने एग्जाम्पल सेट किया. तो प्रभु जी इसका कुछ एक ऐसा उत्तर दीजिए जो कि हम अच्छे से लोगों को समझा सकें.
वेरी गुड.
प्रैक्टिकली
बोलने का, आपका शादी हुआ है तो बोलना, एक बीबी को आप संभाल रहे क्या? बिकॉज नो वन इज एबल टू मेंटेन इवन वन पार्टनर देमसेल्व्स शादी करके. बट Krishna has a capability to marry anyone. We gave 16,108 and palaces. Can you maintain? No, he is God. He can do. We are human beings. We cannot do. Isn't it? That's the only thing. And Prabhupada gives one more example somewhere. Even the ladies, they are all belong to whom? We are all belong to Krishna. Am I right? So when one of the person asked like that, he said that you are a thief. You married the girl who belonged to Krishna. Now you tell me, if he does that, it belongs to him. So what he does is he's happy. Now you are thinking you are the thief taking Krishna's property and trying to enjoy. So this is what is the answer, beta. Got it? Okay. Any other question, answers? Okay, chalo. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.